You know the story, right? The dream of day trading. Financial freedom, calling your own shots, leaving the 9-to-5 grind in the dust. It's a really compelling pitch. But what if I told you that whole story is just an illusion, a game that's been specifically designed to make you lose? Okay, let's just cut straight to it. 97%. This is the number that matters. Based on study after study, that's how many day traders end up losing money. Now, that's not my opinion. It's not a guess. It's the statistical reality. The game that almost everyone is playing is broken from the very start.
So, the big question is, why do so many people keep playing a losing game? Well, it's simple. You haven't been sold a business strategy, you've been sold a story. The entire retail trading world is built on a narrative of excitement and easy money, and it conveniently ignores the brutal operational reality of what it actually takes to win.
And this really gets to the heart of it. You see the Lambo posts, the flashy wins on social media, but those are just outliers. They're marketing. They're designed to give you a false sense of hope. The actual data tells a much different story, one of consistent and predictable failure. The key here is to stop listening to the stories and start looking at the structure of the game itself.
Let's dig into the hard data a little more, and I want you to really get this. If you've been struggling, if you've been losing, it's not a personal failure. It is the statistically expected outcome of the business model you've been taught. You're getting exactly the results the system is designed to produce.
Now look at this. 40% of all new traders are gone, completely wiped out within the first 30 days. Now think about that from a business perspective. If you as a CEO had a 40% customer churn rate in the first month, you wouldn't just tweak things. You'd burn the entire business plan and start over. The model is broken from day one.
And if you look at how this plays out over time, it gets even worse. After 3 years, only about 13% of traders are even still in the game. And after 5 years, just 1%. Let that sink in. Survival in this game isn't just hard, it's a statistical anomaly. This isn't a career path for most people, it's a graveyard of blown-up accounts.
If the last few numbers didn't hit you, this one will. A huge, multi-year study found that only 1.1% of day traders actually made more than the minimum wage. So even for the tiny fraction who managed to be profitable, the prize isn't life-changing wealth, it's less than what you could make working at a fast food restaurant. Is that a business model you'd ever invest your time or capital in? Of course not.
So why? Why is the failure rate so ridiculously high? Well, it's not about being unlucky, and it's not just about discipline. It's because the average retail trader is running their entire operation on a faulty operating system. It's a system built on myths, a set of core beliefs that pretty much guarantee you're going to fail before you even place your first trade.
Let's start by killing the biggest myth of them all: stop hunting. This idea that some huge hedge fund in New York is personally targeting your $1,000 trade, it's just a coping mechanism. It's an excuse to blame someone else for a bad trade. The reality? Your trade is a single drop of water in the ocean. You're not being hunted. Your strategy is just failing.
Yeah, this quote is blunt. I get it. But it's also the most liberating truth you can possibly hear. Once you realize that nobody cares about you, you can stop blaming imaginary enemies and start focusing on the only thing that actually matters, your own process. Your losses aren't their goal. They are simply a predictable byproduct of you playing the wrong game.
And that brings us to the second big myth, this idea of the lone wolf trader. You think you can outsmart the market all by yourself. But look who you're really up against. It's not another guy in his basement. It's a team of 50 people, PhDs, data scientists, engineers, all with specialized roles, backed by billions in capital and bleeding-edge tech. You're not in a fair fight. You're walking into an ambush.
So let's just be brutally honest for a second. Do you really think the team of 100 PhDs at Renaissance Technologies is buying that $297 course from that guy you follow on YouTube? The question kind of answers itself, doesn't it? You're bringing a butter knife to a drone fight, you're running a different operating system, and you're destined for a different result.
So if the pros aren't drawing lines on charts and they're not hunting your stops, what are they actually doing all day? This is probably the most important shift in mindset you can make. The real war, the professional's game, it isn't fought on the charts. It's fought in the data. It's fought in the infrastructure.
Just look at this list. This is what a real professional trading team worries about. Schema drift, missing ticks in the data, timestamp errors. Does any of this look familiar? Probably not. See, they're not trying to predict the future. They're building a robust operational machine that can process reality cleaner and faster than their competitors.
That is where the real edge is built.
I love this quote from a pro because it's so true. The real battle isn't finding some secret indicator. It's a constant war against bad data. It's an operational problem. And as a founder or a CEO, you get this. It's not always the glamorous new feature. Half the time, it's just making sure the pipes don't leak. The focus is on the integrity of the system, not the magic of a chart.
Okay, so this is where it all comes together. This brings us to a fundamental choice. And this isn't about learning one new trick or finding a better indicator. This is about deciding which operating system you are going to run your entire trading business on.
Let's just lay it out side by side. The retail game is focused on patterns, news, and gut feel. It uses off-the-shelf tools and is fundamentally a gambling mindset. The professional game, it's all about data integrity, statistics, and infrastructure. It uses custom tools and is run with a systematic, process-driven mindset. The key takeaway is this: an edge isn't something you find on a chart, it's something you build in your operations.
So after seeing all of this, the question you have to ask yourself is pretty simple. Looking at these two completely different operating systems, which game will you continue to play? The one that is statistically designed for failure, or the one that is built on operational excellence? If you've made it this far, you're not just curious, you're serious. And that's exactly who STOA was built for. Here's the deal. We don't accept everyone. We run on an application-only system because we only work with people who are ready to operate at the next level. So if you want to stop wasting hours chasing noise and instead run a proven, documented process that gets results in less than 90 minutes a day, apply now. There are limited seats, and once they're filled, they're gone for the quarter. Click the link in the description, fill out the short application, and let's see if you're a fit. If you're watching this, my guess is you already know you should.